Talk to me about what the preparation is like for the band in game day. Like, as you as a drum major for HBCU, it's Saturday. What time you wake up? What time you hit the field? Like, let people know like the day in the life of a HBCU drum major on game day, so they really know how hard y'all be working.
Hey, baby. O-U-N-E. M-A-C-H-I-N-E. The sound machine. The sound machine. We gonna sit
If our report time is like early in the morning, like 9 a.m., we got to be up by at least 7. We got to wake up at 7, make sure we getting freshed up and everything. We got to lay out all of our pieces of the uniform out in the bed, make sure that we got every single thing, because you got to be uniform. Uniformity, that's huge, especially being the drum majors. Make sure you got all your pieces, make sure your whistle is clean, make sure that your spats are, clean, your shoes are shining, good things like that. Make sure you call up the rest of the squad. Make sure everybody's up, everybody in a good mood. I know one thing we personally like to do. We like to meet up before everybody else did, just to kind of get in our zone together. Some of us like to listen to music before. Some people like to honestly sit across in the hallway and just kind of take a little second to meditate. But yeah, we definitely tried our best to keep a tradition going where we meet up together before the game, so that we can all kind of, be in sync before anything else happens. And then, of course, certain things happen that are just kind of outside of the routine. Like somebody might forget something, or somebody's instrument might break or something like that. That's when you gotta, especially being head, you got to be able to direct, your people to go to certain areas to handle certain situations, so that everything is still running smoothly. And then ultimately, once you get to the band room and everybody gets inside to, get ready to warm up before the game, you make sure everybody has their uniform parts. The same way you did for yourself before you left. Make sure everybody has their uniform parts together. Make sure everybody's instrument's good. People need to read, valve oil, towel, whatever the case might be, bottled water. Usually, we're in constant contact with the director throughout the morning and the early part of the day before the game starts, just in case anything, needs to get handled. Like we might run out of water, we might need to run down to go get a case of water, or somebody might have forgot their shirt. You might have to run inside to go get a shirt. Just crazy stuff, man. I promise you'll find and hear every excuse, every excuse. But then another thing that we just did personally, traditionally, as a squad, we always had like a powwow moment before the game where we kind of, get into our mode and we kind of, talk about what we're going to do. And, sometimes we might have a little, smack talking, like, man, don't get scuffed out there on the field, because I come with little 90s every game, man. You crazy, man? No, I'm going to scuff you, little something to get everybody's energy going. And then we'll kind of come out and, correlate with the rest of the band, do the same thing, or at least, in some form or fashion, get the band's energy up, get their adrenaline going. Because once it's time for us to hit the sidewalk, we blow the whistle. That's it.
Good afternoon, Eagle fans. Welcome to O'Kelly Riddick Stadium on the campus of North Carolina Central University. For 80 years, one band has heralded the sound of our victory. For 80 years, one band has soared to new heights on mighty eagle wings. Yes, for 80 years, one band has withstood the test of time. Yes, one machine has reigned supreme on the sloping hills and verdant green.
Get on the field, it's kind of like you got to already be ready. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. As soon as the crowd sees you, you know, you're already performing. But once you really step on the field for real, then it's like a whole different story. You know, it's really time to show. You know, so you hit the field show. Of course, you know, you got your intro. Sometimes that might have like a drum major feature. Sometimes it might not. You got your drill. You got your ballad. You know, you got your dance feature. You got your flag feature. You know. We have our own flag line, so, you know, flag feature. And then, you know, you got your dance routine. Everybody gets to break it down. The drum line gets to show off. The tubas get to show off. The band gets to show their dance moves. We get to show our dance moves, you know. And then you get, you know, sometimes you might get a sideline blowdown. Now, that's personally my favorite part, sideline blowdown, when the whole band comes to the front and they just let loose at the end.
This is how we do it all day, every day. And the band lets you know that every day we live. Do what it came here for, band. That's right.
Man, that's an adrenaline push right there. And after that, you know, we head back into the stands and then we just, you know, follow the routine for the rest of the game. after the game's over with, we line back up on the field, and it's time for the tunnel. Then that's the very last part of the show. The very last part of the show is the tunnel. And unfortunately, it's a whole lot of people that really miss out on the tunnel because they don't know about it, because it's like a band culture thing. But the tunnel is usually where, all of the, the dancers, they perform their tunnel routine. The flag girls, they perform their tunnel routine. We perform our tunnel routine, depending on, if we have enough time. We usually like to let the band come through and do their routines first. And then we'll run out of time, and we'll just, kind of just go in, because the band comes first. So yeah, most of the time we'll let the dancers go through, flags go through, the band go through, then we'll come through, do our routine. Drumline comes in, follows in after us. At that point, we're inside of the band room. We're still marching. Even after we march through the tunnel, we're still in the band room marching together. And once the band hears the whistle, we kick them down. And then Mr. Hollins, he gives us our directions and everything that we need to close out, and then hit the whistle. That's it.
Yeah, and you just explained like an 8-hour process. For probably what, 9? If the game is at noon, bro, you talking about, 7 a.m. It might be closer to 12 hours. You know what I mean? You talking 7 a.m. to 5, 6, you know what I mean, in the PM going the whole time. That's why, when I first started shooting football, the one thing I was like, man, I got all the respect in the world for the band, because I be thinking I show up early and stay late, and I'm always coming in after the band and leaving before the band. So I'm like, well, y'all out there doing it.